I can't see myself settling down with my pregnant girlfriend of 5 years. AITAH? I am not op. Original post by you, Anxious Mulberry 229 in our AITAH. Trigger warnings. Talk of abortion. Less than. Mood spoilers. Frustrating. Op sounds like he's giving a press conference. Less than. An NBSP. I can't see myself settling down with my pregnant girlfriend of 5 years. AITAH? The 19th of August 2023. I, 29M, have been in a relationship with my girlfriend, 28F, for 5 years. We've had discussions about our future goals, including settling down, having children, and other similar aspects. Initially, we were both on the same page. I believed she was the one for me. However, lately, I've been feeling a sense of boredom and monotony in our relationship. Our sex life is great. She's a wonderful cook, and she's objectively attractive. There isn't anything inherently wrong in our relationship. But the thought of being stuck in a repetitive routine is becoming overwhelming for me. Additionally, 3 of her close friends are either engaged or married, and she keeps pressuring me about when we'll take that step. I had been contemplating ending the relationship because I found it increasingly difficult to pretend that everything was fine. However, last week, she told me that she had taken 3 different pregnancy tests, all of which came back positive. To say that I was mortified would be an understatement. Despite my best efforts to conceal my reaction, she could tell that something was off. She asked me how I felt about the situation, and I must admit that my choice of words could have been better. I asked her if abortion was an option, which caught her off guard. The following 2 minutes were filled with an uncomfortable silence. After that, she got up and left the apartment. Since then, she hasn't spoken with me at all, and I assume she's considering breaking up with me. Meanwhile, her friends and family have been calling me names, but I have chosen to ignore them as their opinions hold no significance to me since they aren't directly involved in this situation. Despite me feeling free and so much better now that we aren't together anymore, I still can't help but think I might have been the I've uploaded a post with a few explanations if anyone's interested. Compiler's note: no further post to be found. From the comments. I'm reading everyone's comments. I'm using this as a time to self-reflect before meeting my girlfriend once again. I don't feel the need to reply as I'm not sure if my reply is even warranted. This is my first reply to any of the comments, but I want to use this as a way to say I appreciate everyone's replies. I understand I lack some empathy here. I'm just not in a stable place at the moment, but your comments are helping. Thank you everyone for your honesty. You, Ida's Messenia replies. Lack some empathy. Some? Bro. Self-reflect your ass to therapy. She deserves so much better than what you've shown in your posts and comment. Edit. I hope there is some positive update eventually and we don't get another answer from Op that sounds like his campaign director wrote it for his press conference. An NBSP. Brief update. I can't see myself settling down with my pregnant girlfriend of 5 years. The 19th of August 2023. This isn't the actual update. I just wanted to clarify a few things as this ended up blowing a lot more than expected. Firstly, it's important to note that I don't simply view my girlfriend on a surface level. I wanted to highlight the aspects that appear ideal in a relationship from an outsider's perspective. Regarding my statement that she is objectively attractive, let me clarify. Yes, I do find her attractive, and I always have. However, it's important to note that she has evolved over the years. She invests a significant amount of time and money into skincare, facials, and luxury brands. She enjoys enhancing her appearance, and I support her in that. In fact, I have personally gifted her various items related to her interests. It's essential to understand that I love her for who she is as a person. The Reddit post merely touched upon 3 aspects of her identity, but she is so much more than those specific qualities. 3. We always have sex with protection. We got a bit too drunk 4 weeks ago and the condom might have not been put on properly. But we're usually very safe. I also don't need a DNA test as some comments suggested. I'm the asshole here, not her. Furthermore, I want to emphasize my genuine love for her. However, when my life underwent significant changes and the associated pressures began to mount, I started to feel trapped and overwhelmed. Growing up, I witnessed the instability of my parents' relationship, which has undoubtedly influenced my perspective. While she is not my first girlfriend, she is the one with whom I have had a long-lasting relationship. I recognize that these factors do not excuse my feelings or actions, but they serve as an explanation for my emotional state. In response to the numerous comments requesting it, I have been seeking therapy for a while, but I've been putting it off. I'll try to look into it properly now to address and work through these issues. Regarding my relationship with her family and friends, there is a mixed dynamic. Her father tends to be overprotective, which has made it challenging for us to establish a strong connection. However, we have managed to find some common ground and maintain a somewhat amicable relationship. Her mother, on the other hand, is kind-hearted but tends to be reserved in her communication. Despite this, we have managed to navigate our interactions fairly well. Over the years, our friend groups have merged, and we typically gather with different individuals from the group on a weekly basis. However, since learning about her pregnancy, I have distanced myself from everyone to process the overwhelming situation. It is important to note that I do not view them as bad people, and I appreciate their efforts to reach out to me. However, I am currently feeling emotionally drained, and outside of my pregnant girlfriend, I do not feel obligated to be emotionally available to anyone else in my current state. I do plan on reaching out to my girlfriend when I work out the best way to go about this. That is all. An NBSP update. I can't see myself settling down with my pregnant GF of 5 years. The 16th of September 2023. It had been some time since I'd made my last post. It surprisingly blew up, so here's an update. I attended therapy and realized my negative feelings when it came to monotony stemmed from a lot of factors, none relating to my actual relationship. For the sake of privacy and still coming to terms with it all, I won't share the factors. My ex-girlfriend and I had met a couple of times since. I grieve what could have been every now and then, but I acknowledge it was my own fault that I'd lost her. We've decided to remain civil for the sake of our future child, and I feel she's doing much better now, though we're not together anymore. I bring her whatever I'd heard pregnant women might need, whether that be maternity outfits, compression socks, tea to help with nausea, as well as raspberry leaf tea, pregnancy pillows, etc. I love her, but I'm not good for her. We aren't meant to be together, and I will be there for her regardless. Her friends and family still don't like me much, but I'm fine with that. I'm just doing what I can for the mother of my child and someone I care for. Just thought I'd share this update. It's not much, but it's what's been going on. And fellas, bit of advice if you're on a similar boat. No pregnant woman deserves to be abandoned, even if you're not in a good mental state. Work on yourself, though it won't be easy, and step up to the plate. I've rightfully been seen as awful by the people of Reddit, but I am doing what I can as of yet and can only hope for the best. An NBSP reminder: I am not the original poster. He talks about his unstable parents. Sounds like he's decided that just having a normal, peaceful relationship is too boring, because he's used to stuff like fights and the break-up, make-up cycle. Feel like the reality of single life is gonna hit this guy hard. I saw a video recently which talked about how a lot of people are addicted to the highs and lows of a toxic relationship. When they're in a happy, peaceful relationship, they can't deal with the stability and it breaks them. This is what happened to Oop. He had everything he could possibly want and he left it because he didn't know how to handle a peaceful relationship. Our sex life is great and she's a wonderful cook. What a charming man. Such thoughtful and genuine compliments for a woman he's been with for 5 years. So tired of people who string their partners along, totally unsatisfied and never intending to move the relationship forward but unwilling to actually move on. My brother did this to his high school sweetheart ex-girlfriend, didn't see a future with her, refused to propose to her, etc. Didn't actually tell her any of that, of course, but still stayed in a relationship with her for 9 years. 9. Finally gets the guts to break up with her when he goes to med school and realizes she's not going to put up with the lack of commitment any longer. She wasted most of her 20s and her entire college experience on this loser. Luckily he didn't do that to his next serious relationship and they're happily married now. Glad he grew up. I wonder how long it would take for her to become the one that got away. Will the feeling come on its own or would it come when she starts dating someone else and he looks at the life he had from the outside and starts regretting everything? What an idiot. He had a great thing going and got bored, so he ruined it. Geez. Isn't it awesome that with therapy he realized that he is the problem? Can we please make self-reflect your ass to therapy a flag thing on here? Tears of joy, tears of joy. There are a lot of people I have loved but not been good for, and I thank God that my birth control never failed. His feelings about monotony, lol, total Freudian slip there. I mean, at least it sounds like he's trying to be a good co-parent. JFC. God. I just hope XGF and baby are doing well. Everything this guy wrote sounds like it was written by a campaign manager. She enhanced her appearance and invests in a lot to do so. And I love her for that. Ew. IDK why this dude is complaining. His ex sounds like an absolute catch. I love how getting her pregnant was the wake-up call he needed to dump her, not before all of this. Every time I feel bored in my relationship it is because I haven't made any effort. He's bored because he's expecting her to keep the relationship interesting. Shit partner who's trying to be a good co-parent. He got bored and doesn't like monotony. That's alright. There's plenty of monotony in single life. Dude also sounded like he was giving a press conference, AMD updates on them with each post. Seems he had been checked out for a long time. Glad his ex can find someone who isn't bored with her now. Oh God, the raspberry leaf tea can cause abortions if drank on the first trimester. I remember my husband brought me some because it's great for pregnancy but only on your last months. If drunk at the wrong time it can cause the opposite effect. I happened to Google it just by chance. And yes, my husband did want the baby, lol. How can we let him know without breaking the rules? Everyone is piling on him, but if you read it all there is a serious emotional disconnect going on. And he even said he wasn't mentally stable. That it not a man that needs to be living with a pregnant woman. Thankfully he was aware enough to get into therapy. The man needs help to become a healthier human for his future child. His ex is much better off with him actively supporting her as the mother of his child and not being in a romantic relationship with her. Most people with mental illness try desperately to hang on to the people in their lives even if it means they're destroying them. Here we have a guy that realizes he's mentally ill, is getting the help he needs, and idiots in their life are still going after him for not staying. Sometimes it's healthier for everyone for relationships to end. It's going to take him at least a few years of therapy to work to be a healthy partner to anyone. He at least recognizes that and is doing the work to get there. For someone suffering from mental illness, that is huge. Poor XGF wasted 5 years. Raspberry leaf tea, huh? So he's trying to get her to have a miscarriage.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.